Hi guys. You always have to wait like a sec or 10 in the beginning. What's up, homies? Until everyone, hopped on. But I will start right now. Guys, welcome to our very first episode of 21 Minutes with me. I am Lisa. Maybe some of you have seen me before. I'm part of the hosting team during the live events or here on our account, live with Hyrox and live with a whole bunch of our amazing athletes. I really hope you guys are all doing well, crazy times. I already see our guest hopped on as well. That's super exciting. We are going to go live every week for a whole bunch of weeks now and have amazing guests for you. And I'm not going to wait super long, but let's get our... Hi, Hunt. I can see you. There you go. He already sent me a request too. Let's go live together.
What's up, bud? I think it's probably
What's
appropriate
up?
for me to put headphones on. I'm just gonna give me 2 seconds. I want to give you guys good audio.
That's all right.
I'm currently in the middle of an all-day bike ride journey. So
Sounds amazing, though.
I got a flat tire, so we're at a bike shop right
Oh,
now.
sounds
And
perfect.
then we're back out on the road.
All right, so our little show here is called 21 Minutes. I'm gonna start the timer right now, so you can go back on the road too.
There's a lot of stuff that could be done in 21 minutes, so let's see
I
what we can do.
know, so we have to be efficient.
All right.
So
What are we gonna start with?
the clock's running, but I have a little, shooter question right to begin with. If you could do a Hyrox double with anyone in the world, who would you go with?
I mean, there's a couple things. I mean, you could go with a couple celebrities, like if George, maybe like a George Michael, if he was still around. Maybe like an Elton John or Freddie Mercury, him singing the whole way. I feel like you'd never get bored.
All
Uh,
right.
Athlete-wise,
Yeah, I was gonna go. So you're not going for the win in that double.
no, I don't give a dang about winning. Winning's too easy. That's like if you train your butt off, you can pretty much guarantee a win. But I want to have fun. I want to have experiences these days. So a double, I'd rather share with a friend in a really amazing way rather than share a win in an amazing way.
Good one, good one. So we have that very clear already. That's a great start. So I'm
Yep.
just gonna go with George Michael. You and George Michael sounds
Me and George
about
Michael,
right.
100%. Yeah, I'd love that.
But Hunt, let's go a little bit. I hope the most of our spectators, I was gonna say no spectators, know you already. But let's get a little bit into your athletic background and you're our world record holder at the moment. What got you there? Like, what's your secret in terms of practice? Or is it not practice? You already said winning so easy.
Well, winning's just easy if you train the right way. I don't think a lot of people train the right way and put the amount of work in. So I trained the right way and I put the amount of work in over years of time. This is my buddy Ryan Fisher right here. He's one of the best athletic coaches. He
What's up,
runs a business.
Ryan?
He owns a business called Chalk Performance. When I wanted to get ready for the CrossFit Games last year, I contacted all the best athletes in the world, and I wanted to make sure, and the best coaches, so I could get ready for it because I didn't have the knowledge. And when it came to Hyrox, I did the same exact thing. I did all of the research. I was like, what's the ideal athlete who would win this thing? So I thought about a Nordic skier who liked to bodybuild. So I did all the research to see what Nordic skiers would do and what their capacity was, what their strength was, what the testing was. And then I looked at strength endurance athletes and I tried to combine the two of those training. And it's like, that's why it works out. I put the research in and then I put the work in.
I see. But then
Yeah.
there's no Nordic skier who would exist like that, right?
No, there's a couple. There's some really muscular Nordic skiers out there that, if you see me on a pair of Nordic skis, you'd say, wait a second, that guy should do a Hyrox. So, yeah, I did my research and it worked out, but hopefully I don't have to end up on skis anytime soon.
Yeah, well, not if it comes to a Hyrox competition for sure.
No, no.
So what's your daily routine right now? Is the current situation affecting your workout routine, your physique, your
Uh,
goals at all?
I mean, I have my fingers crossed that I'll be competing against you guys in Amsterdam in early
Yeah,
October. So
cool.
right now, I lift 3 days a week and I go for long runs and long bike rides for 3 days a week. And I'm just kind of slowly getting back into the whole breathing heavy, lifting hard thing.
Yeah.
And in about a couple of weeks, I'll start to put in those like really hard Hyrox style workouts and start. I'm building from like just from ground zero, and I'm building myself all the way up to championship level over the next 10 weeks.
All right. Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
How did you follow the virtual championship of fitness Hyrox launched throughout the past weeks?
I mostly followed it through my buddy Chris Woolley, who I expected to win. So he and I would get on calls every week and we discuss the workouts. And he would say, "How would you do this if you want to win?" And I'd say, "Well, this is my strategy. This is my pace. I would go like this. And I think you can win it if you push here." So that was basically my go to. I knew that I was unable to compete just because of my circumstances. I don't have a gym with the equipment and I don't have a consistent opportunity to really compete. So, I'm really pumped to people who are putting in the time and are competing. That's really exciting. But anybody who's in my place, I hope you guys are training hard too, and we'll be able to be at a race soon. So that's our main focus right now.
So did I got you right that you basically gave him advice how to
I
pace and how to
I
strategy?
wouldn't say that I gave him all the advices. I would just say that he and I just shot the shit a little bit, and he definitely had his own strategies, and he's doing well. I think he's in first or second place right now. Is he?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. You probably should
No
have
worries. No
done
worries.
my
No worries.
research.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm sure he's doing really well. He's one of the most talented guys in the world out of Australia.
That's amazing, Hunter.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk about Hyrox in general. You've been all over the place in terms of competitions, obstacle races. You've been to the CrossFit Games. Why are you liking Hyrox so much, and what is the special thing about this type of competition?
I would say that, I've done the Spartan race thing, the ultra marathon thing, the triathlon thing, and then I've gone into the powerlifting and CrossFit world. And, some of those are a little bit too specific. And I wouldn't say, like, if I met a Spartan racer, I wouldn't pick him to be on my football team. And if I met a CrossFit athlete, I wouldn't pick him to be on my Tour de France team. But if I met a really good Hyrox athlete, I wouldn't mind putting him on either team. So I
Mm.
found that it's a really diverse and talented athlete who's able to compete that hour's worth of work, maybe hour plus, but like a really intense hour, moving a lot of weight and covering a lot of distance. I think that's a really spectacular athlete who could do almost anything. So it's suiting my needs really well, and I think it will hopefully elevate me in other events that I go after.
And then your soon to come Nordic skiing events, obviously.
Going to the Olympics, baby. Here we
Yeah,
go.
pretty much. Time
2020.
time to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the Hyrox, the course, the competition, what's your favorite exercise and what's your hater?
I like wall balls just because I get to watch. I mean, I'm usually done before other people are even get there, but if I do stand next to somebody, I get to watch them suffer, and
Ooh,
I like that a lot. I think there's just and the sled's pretty cool too because you end up typically pushing straight into each other. There's some pretty cool pictures of Kent and I competing against each other, just
yeah.
pushing right up against each other. And I think that's a very exciting thing because typically in these races, endurance races, you don't get to really see your competitor eye to eye.
Yeah.
And I like that. That's how I kind of get my advantage, or at least I get my excitement. And I would say wall balls and sleds.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Mm,
You also said like, usually I get to the wall balls when like nobody else is there and then I'm done and so your
yeah.
confidence is on point. And I think the confidence is a super important thing regarding competition. So where do you take your confidence from and what would you maybe, give to our audience here today as an advice in that
Well,
area?
there's two things. One, I have a lot of experience, so I know what I'm capable of and what I'm capable of doing. Two, before I had that experience, I just was cocky because I realized I was like, if I'm not going to believe in myself, then who is going to believe in me? And it's not
Hmm.
really necessarily cocky or confident in a way that's rude or offensive. That's not my goal. I'm my biggest fan, and it takes you being your biggest fan to get some other fans on your back too. So
Feeling.
uh, I feel like what I'm doing is pretty exciting, and it's hard work and it's honest work. So I'm excited about that, and I think that's the reason why people follow me as well and believe in me as well. So, as soon as I stop doing that, maybe I'll stop being my biggest fan, and other people will stop too. But right now, I think we're doing some pretty good stuff.
Hmm. Sounds good. Little question in between. Which other sport would you totally dominate?
Oh, dude, if you could put me in a rugby or a hockey match, I swear I would be the number one in the world. I just am no good on
Really?
skate. I'm no good on skates, and I didn't spend enough time playing rugby. But yeah, I mean, those are both sports where you need to have a sick engine. You need to be able to hit hard. You need to be able to have a little bit of technique. I wouldn't be like a Wayne Gretzky kind of guy who is just like a magician on ice, but I'd be kind of more like a big boulder of a man who could slap a puck hard towards the net.
Fair one, fair one.
Yeah.
Earlier, you talked about having a lot of experience and that's very beneficial for you going into competitions. What's your biggest takeaway from your two Hyrox competitions that you competed in?
I'm three now. I'm at three.
Oh,
Unless my
three.
math's off, then your math's off. One of us is fine.
Sorry. I
No,
just
it's all
know
right.
about Dallas and Chicago. Which is the third one?
It was Miami. It was the first U.S. one.
Sorry, man.
Man, we got to
Hmm.
get you. We got to get you.
Oh yeah.
We got to get you a cheat sheet. Um, what was the question again?
Listen, okay, come on. Focus. What's your biggest takeaway from your three Hyrox competitions that you went to?
I mean, I think that everybody has their strengths. Everyone has their weaknesses. I think you need to execute where you're strong, and you need to show strength even in your weak spots. I think that's the biggest thing that I'll tell everybody that I don't want to have an easy win. I think where people get sloppy is on the transitions. I watch everybody walk out of the sleds and
Ooh.
some of the other things like they're drunk, and I was like, you better start running as soon as you get done because I've already left and I'm beaming it to the next thing, and I'm watching you stumble around. So I've had so many people say, I did a Hyrox simulation, I beat your time. I said, well, meet me at a race and I guarantee you're wrong. And it's all this
Interesting.
stuff. They don't pay attention to the transition time. So make sure you transition quickly.
Very interesting. And obviously, you're talking about transitions between running and lifting, or the functional
Right.
part.
As soon as you enter the end gate, and as soon as you exit the fitness station, you better be bolting.
You better
Yeah.
be. So everyone listen
Yeah.
up. And we had a
Yeah.
user question regarding this. It's a very interesting question. It's a question I can't wait for you to answer it. He asked, um, how, like, if I wanted to break your world record, should I better work on my running or in building strength?
I think you need to be strong enough to do the work. You need to be fast enough to win the race. Like a lot of people aren't strong enough to do the work. Like I'm watching the best guys out there who are spectacular runners just like get crushed by the sleds, and I was like, I don't care that you can beat me in a 10K. Like you're not winning
Hmm.
the race that we're running. So it doesn't matter if you can't get the work done, then you should work on getting stronger. And if you can run fast enough, like you could break 60 minutes in the Hyrox running a 7 minute mile.
Hmm.
So to most people, 7 minute mile is not fast in the professional running world, but in the Hyrox world, it's lightning fast. So
Yeah,
yeah,
totally.
so people need to focus on that.
And then follow-up question, when are you planning on breaking your own time?
I
Your
think I
own
would
world
have
record?
I would have broke it in Dallas if I didn't do an extra lap. So that was my own fault. And
Oh,
I'll do it in Amsterdam, and if I have to wait past that, whatever the next one is.
whatever the next one is. Good one. So the
Yeah,
next one is gonna be your race.
yeah, for sure.
Nice one. And who would be your biggest competitor?
Mm, I haven't met him yet. I don't think anybody in the sport right now wants to dedicate the time. Chris Woolley's pretty freaking good. Chris, the guy who's competing, I think if he focused a little bit, I bet you he'd be getting close. If not, really, he'd be rubbing up against me a lot of the race. No one in the U.S. right now. Ryan Atkins, if he decided to put some work in, could probably do pretty well, but he'd have to build some strength. America's gone soft. I think the Germans use lighter weights just to prove something. I think they're lying about their fitness stations and weights, because every time I see them in the U.S., they're slow as slugs. But they're much faster in Europe. Maybe you guys have thinner air.
Probably
shorter
has
running tracks and better oxygen over there, because you guys seem to be quite fast over in the European region.
Sounds amazing. We got some user questions coming in. For example, 585 David, what do you do for recovery?
I eat a lot of food and I drink a lot of water. That's about it.
What kind of food? Maybe some people need some food tips.
I used to only eat steak and drink orange juice. Now I've got a girlfriend. She cooks pretty well. She's very nice to me. She cooks some great food. So I'm all about chicken and rice. Yeah, chicken and rice. Lots of sweet potatoes. Lots of toast and jam. I don't really eat steak that much anymore. I've got a soft stomach, but you know how it goes. So meat and carbs. Vegetables don't make any sense. I still haven't seen anybody who do anything that good off of vegetables. I wouldn't buy anything. There's this documentary called The Game Changers, and I wouldn't believe a thing they have to say, because none of the people in that documentary have ever won anything.
Interesting. I think he broke what's it called? A world record in lifting, or like walking a certain distance. Nah,
it's an obscure record. It'd be it's like I tried to break a Guinness Book of World Record recently, and I found all the most obscure records. Like, you can walk on your hands with a soccer ball between your legs, and that's a world record. I mean, I guess if you want to be a vegan and do it like that, that's a record, but it doesn't mean you're a superstar athlete. Just gonna call a spade a spade.
Interesting. All right, so it's not about the veggies for you. I got another quick one in between. What was your personal, in terms of athletic life, most awkward moment? And in a competition too. Let's go with competitions. Let's narrow the field.
It wasn't my most awkward moment, but it was awkward for my friend, and I had to deal with it. My friend crapped his pants in a wetsuit while we were doing a 24-hour race, and I had to pick him up, and all the poop came dripping out of his pants all over me. But it was my own fault. I told him, I said, you can't take off your wetsuit. We have to win this race. So you poop in your wetsuit, and we got to keep running. So I had to deal with poop all over me for the rest of the lap. But it was okay.
It was okay. It was all right.
We won.
How did the race go anyways? The poop
we won. We won. So
that's
it was
totally
necessary.
fine. Perfect. Yep. All right. So let's see. You already said earlier that you would dominate like any hockey team, for example. You would. What other athlete would you dominate, though?
What athlete would I dominate in what?
In like, let's say in a race, a single athlete in a race. What other race could it be? What other athlete could it be?
I don't know. We're gonna do race across America, and that's why we're training on the bike right now. Next year we're gonna do ride across America, which is straight across America on a team of 4. Ooh. And I really want to do well in that. I think if we could win the 4-man team, that'd be pretty spectacular, because there's really, really talented athletes, and I'd hope that there'd be some world-class cyclists there, and for some reason we just bust them up because they're soft.
Because they're soft? Because they wouldn't pick their teammates up and carry them with
If I had to, I would drag my buddies on my back if I had to.
All right, that's good. That's really good. Yeah. All right then, Hunt. We got a little trivia kind of thing going on as well. Okay. We got 3.5 minutes left, so we got to go fast. 3 questions. I don't know the answers, and we have to do them together. All right.
Okay.
It's Hyrox related questions. How many square meters of carpet are used at the events? 2,500, 5,500, 4,000 or 4,500?
5,000.
So you can either say 4,500 or 5,500.
Five
There's
five
no
five five
5,500.
Come on, come on, come on.
Okay, I'm gonna like play against you right now. I'm gonna go with 4,500. Let's see what we got here.
There's a ton of carpet.
Oh my God, it's 4,000, so it's me. I'm closer. 4,000. Okay, that's still quite a lot, though.
Damn it.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much carpet going on. Did you ever have trouble with the carpet during the sled situation?
Yeah, it sucks. But I like it because it's just part of the challenge. If it was any easier, it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah. So no excuses on the carpet side. No. Question number 2. Which percentage of athletes in Europe started in the doubles category in the season 1920? 38%, 51, 46, or 54?
38.
38? Nah, I'm gonna go with 54.
I was starting to think 54, but go for it. That's a great race.
It's 51. It's 51. I'm doing well here. I'm doing well. By the way, before we're going into the last question, the winner gets to give away one free spot at one of the live events.
Well, I'm definitely not going to win, so.
No. Oh, well, it's 2-0 already. So, well, wow. Should have promoted that in the beginning, maybe, so you would have gone harder.
Yeah. I would have tried harder.
Last one. Which country has at least one official Hyrox gym? China, Lithuania, Peru, or Senegal? What?
I feel like China just seems like an easy win because it's so massive, but I'm going to say Peru?
I was going to go for Peru. Okay, so then I'm going to go with Lithuania, I suppose.
Damn it. That's
oh my
close.
God, and it's Senegal. That's crazy.
Damn it.
That really is crazy.
You win. Who are you going to give it to?
Yeah, I might, I'm gonna do a little giveaway kind of thing on my account, maybe. So it's like, everyone gets the chance to.
Well, they're deserving of it. I got my ass handed to me, so give it to someone special.
I'd rather do that. Hunt, we got 10 seconds left for our 21 seconds. What a timing. Let's, give the last words to you again. Oh, someone says pick me already. I'm totally gonna find someone in the section here. You get to say goodbye to our homies, and maybe you want to give them a little pep talk at the end to, get through Corona times and until we get to see each other again in the rock zone.
Yeah, I would just say this, like, most people, I keep on hearing from so many people complaining about how hard life is. I think life's great. Right now I'm riding my bike, I'm busting ass. Like, maybe we're all losing money and we're losing opportunities, but just make other opportunities and find money elsewhere. Like, right now I'm just setting goals every single day and I'm chasing them no matter what. Even if those goals get shut down because of some other thing that gets in my way, I just pivot. And I was ready for Hyrox World Championships in April. That got canceled. I just immediately changed my goals toward the Murph record. And I was supposed to be in Germany 2 weeks ago. That got canceled. I immediately changed my goals to being back in Malibu and training for a 315 bench. Like, who gives a shit? People are always going to get in the way of doing what you want. So whenever the day comes, just be ready. That's all I believe in. And I'll be ready. So the day I get called upon to go in Hyrox or anything else, I'm going to kick some ass and I'm going to be happy when I get there.
That sounds amazing. Thank you so much for your time, Hunt, for these 21 minutes. Good times. And also your Wi-Fi is going down right now. So have a good trip.
Thank you so much for your time.
Stay safe. Thank you too. See you soon, man. Bye-bye.
Take care, guys. Bye.
All right. Homies, so let me see real quick if someone... Ew, I want to suck your eyelids. That's kind of weird. Guys, I'm gonna give my free spot away to J Moni OCR. I'm gonna write that down and I'm gonna contact you. I'm gonna take a picture because I don't have a thing here. J Moni, you get my spot for one of the upcoming events. Very excited, guys. Ooh, thank you. My hair looks marvelous. Love you so much. And guys, thank you so much for taking your time for our first episode of 21 Minutes with Hyrox, with me. My name is Lisa Ramushkat. Excited to see you soon again. And obviously, one of our amazing athletes in every episode. Have a great night and see you next time.